Yo, yo.
Good afternoon, Woolie. How are you today?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm okay. You wearing like a running jacket?
Yeah, well, no, it's my little, like, whatever, walking thing. I did my walk just now.
Ah, I turned off all the heat in my house last night. I was like, it's too warm, and I turned off all the heat in the house.
Hmm.
And then I woke up this morning and was like, I shouldn't have turned off all the heat in the house.
It's not there yet. You still need some, but it is above zero here, so, um, or, approaching comfortable for the Fahrenheiters.
I slept real well though.
Mm.
I slept real good.
So yeah, I did not have a particularly eventful week in media consumption.
Mm-hmm.
Just like some footnotes, really.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's
Some feet
definitely
touching.
a whole lot of a whole lot of uh, gaming announcements going on. So
Uh-huh.
let's not dally.
Bad news for you. I played like a dozen demos off the Steam Next
Oh
Festival.
yeah, okay, okay, all right. So there you go.
I can cut that down.
You can report in on that because yeah, Nintendo Direct itself has a billion things.
It
Um,
sure does.
yeah, well, okay. In terms of just again, my week of media consumption, real simple. Finally got to sit and watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Oh my God, it's so good.
It's good. It's so good. Like I knew it was gonna be good going in based on the bits that I'd seen, but wow, what a fun movie, man! Damn, just always a pleasant surprise when like as fun as little drops can be with things like Hi-Fi Rush out of nowhere.
Right.
um and I mean we'll be talking with like Metroid Prime as well. um it's equally as fun when something that's in the middle of a franchise that you shouldn't give a fuck about, really, or pay too much close attention to, and then you just get like quality out of nowhere. Because I remember, when we were talking about this last time a bit, and it was like, right, there was a Puss in Boots 1, and it's like, oh yeah, that did get a spin-off, I'm sure.
I
And
did. I did not
you know
hear anything about the Puss in Boots one ever. Not a single
yeah,
goddamn thing.
no, like you got your fucking celebrity cast, type 3D movie going on, and all that. But then when I went to go when I went to go just go look up that, and I was like, right, what other things were there? And it's like there was a Puss in Boots 2 as well. So I thought this was 2. There was a what
It's
appear
not.
there was a what looks to be like a straight to DVD style, like Three Musketeers, like three baby kittens kind of thing. So it's even more like, just, this could have just been a name on a list of nothing.
Hmm.
um it was a show. Okay, yeah, I saw the poster for the first movie, and then I saw this other poster, and it was like three little kittens that were three musketeers, and it's like, the Puss in Boots trio, and I was like, some other spin-off thing, Netflix show. Okay, yeah. So then you go there, and you're just like, there's no reason that a random Shrek spinoff should be quality, but it is. And when it gets to the action scenes in particular, it's, instead of being Spider-Verse the whole way through, it turns
Hmm.
on the Spider-Verse.
Like we're gonna have something cool. We're gonna have an establishing shot of the action looking a little low frame rate, and then you're gonna know to really pay attention to the upcoming low frame rate scene.
Yeah, and you see the just like everything starts moving a little bit more dynamically. The thing he's fighting tends to get a little bit more, like, again, just exaggerated in its gestures. A lot more keyframes appearing. A couple of hits have hit stop with explosive color on them.
Hmm.
And then just the simplicity of things, like, God, the fucking wolf, man, that fight scene,
It's great.
just so strong, and just a very simple and like not over designed, just a wolf in a fucking gown got the sickles, and
he's got a poncho. I thought it was a poncho.
yeah, just a simple drab thing, and then just
Yeah.
the shape itself, just pick it up, like so fucking good, man.
But who cares about that shit? It's all about Big Jack Horner,
Big
the most evil villain to ever exist.
I mean, there's no way you can take the line "What a good boy am I" and have someone remotely sane say that to themselves. Like you're doomed from the jump on that. Yeah, horrible, fucking I was waiting for the reveal that it was going to be a Vincent adult man, like 5 men in a coat type thing.
No, he gets even bigger,
and he's just that big fucking weirdo, and he's awful. Yeah, Big Jack Horner.
It's been a long time since I've seen a character that's like, would you really shoot a puppy? Yeah, in the face. Why are you asking? Like,
yeah.
just so evil.
And just in case you didn't get it, like, let's run a whole long bit with Jiminy Cricket. Just to
Played
really
by fucking Jimmy Stewart for some reason.
Played by Dana Carvey doing his fucking Jimmy Stewart impression. Or like doing his like it sounds specifically like that,
I don't understand.
Like,
I don't understand the point of making Jiminy Cricket sound like Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart died like 80 years ago. Like, what? But it's funny.
wow, we're gonna turn this thing around. You gotta just it specifically has that energy for anyone that remembers Dana Carvey, and if you don't, it's just a funny voice that the character's doing, But yeah, no, just murder all around.
Just kill everyone.
And it was yeah, that was fine too. And a couple of shit little twists with the backstory, the history of Puss in Boots and his past. But anyway, really and truly though, like, I just appreciate the nature of a little otherwise should be forgettable spin-off having quality action scenes, pretty funny jokes, pretty solid, like, simple through line, and a cartoon exploration of the nature of mortality, coming to terms with one's own end as a, like, major theme explored is really, really solid too,
Well, kids, you're gonna die one day. Nah, not me. Yes, you. Yes, you will die. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, walk out of the theater with your kids and just like, are we gonna? Yes, you have to have the talk now. Everyone is going to, and then what?
Hey,
right?
Let me ask you. Now that you actually watched the movie, did you watch the movie with subtitles?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you didn't encounter the frustrating issue that I was having.
Yeah. I didn't catch that. I watched it default on the whatever Apple TV.
You sicko. No subtitles.
That being said, I felt like contextually it was fine. Most of the pero and perotito scenes and whatever were perito, excuse me. Like, I felt like contextually you could grab what they were going for.
I did not contextually grab that. I thought he was calling him his own name. And then when they're like, I don't have a name, I'm like, you were just calling him a name.
Yeah, well, that's also kind of the bit, though. The bit is that, like, they're just like, oh, little dog, and then they're just like, oh, well, that's become your name amicably anyway. But yeah, it was good. It was good, and that dog was fucking the solid. Just
I used to have that dog, basically.
Yeah.
Just some tiny fucking piece of shit.
Hopelessly dumb, hopelessly innocent. Good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, no, I just underlining how fucking quality that goddamn movie is, and
Oh, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. And then, also just like little moments where I'm like, oh yeah, this is where the this is where the big set piece video game moment happens, where you have a Colossus battle, or you're jumping
Right.
through floating um, obstacles in the sky that are affected by loose gravity and things like that, and you're
Yeah.
just kind of seeing how that is like, right, plays out the same way. Rad shit, highly recommend. Go check that out. Way better than it deserves to be. And I would like to know as well, like maybe there'll be a thing where like you kind of find out, you're just like, for now you're like, wow, that was really good, and then down the line you were like, oh, there was a person thing or team, or there was some sort of direct attribution where you're like, right, okay, this can show up in other series or other places, and like this type of quality, especially with the action. Kind of like when if you were to see like Gendy stuff before you know that to say the name Gendy Tartakovsky, you just kind of like,
Right.
oh yeah, it's that Samurai
The
Jack,
Samurai Jack weapon stuff,
Dexter
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, those some of those Dexter fights got pretty cool, right? Yeah, and then you kind of were like, oh wait, hold on, there's a consistency here. That'd be cool. Somewhere in DreamWorks, just a little fucking super solid team of creators.
I'm interested to seeing, because the ending of the movie points towards the next one being a Shrek film, and I'm
Yeah.
interested to see if these people are going to be doing the next Shrek film.
I mean, there was no chance that this was not going to have a sequel anyway, because this is the Shrek spin-off franchise. It's the fact that it is a big hit and everybody's popping off at it means that'll just come faster, and probably they'll hopefully get the reins to do their thing with it. But Shrek is also established as Shrek, so I don't know how much Shrek can become, or Puss in Boots 2 style can become Shrek, but not that I fucking care either way, but I mean, whatever,
I feel like I think of the climax of Shrek 2 with holding out for a hero, and I can think you could just do something like that, just animate it better, because that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I have not kept up on my Shrek.
I have not. I've been told that was a mistake. That the Shreks are high quality. Which is weird, because I remember seeing the first one and being like,
Shrek
yeah,
1
that was good.
There's Shrek 1, Shrek 1 did its thing back in the day.
I miss John Lithgow.
Yeah.
I'm just a big fan of, like, some of you may die, and that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Weird amount of John Lithgow talk recently.
Yeah, because John Lithgow fucking rules. He's fucking great.
You ever see him? You see him being fucking evil in Cliffhanger, and that shit.
Yeah, is he the villain in fucking Cliffhanger?
I think
I thought the Cliff was the villain in Cliffhanger.
I believe he's the villain in Cliffhanger, if I remember correctly, and it's super weird because it's like one of those bits where you could have seen that way before you knew who he was, and then you go back to it like RoboCop, and you go, "What the fuck, Red Foreman?" Like it's one of those kind of moments where you're just like, Third Rock?
Have
What?
you ever seen fucking Ricochet from '91?
No.
So Ricochet is a movie in which John Lithgow is the villain, and he plays some fucking dickhead Red Foreman RoboCop style gangster who gets caught by Denzel Washington as a beat cop, and he goes to jail. And when he gets out of jail, like, Denzel's being like the fucking DA of the city or the mayor or some shit. And so he enacts this completely absurd, elaborate plan to ruin his whole life that involves with, like, drugging him with heroin and then paying a prostitute to give him the clap.
Yeah, okay.
And then, he's disgraced. And, like, the whole time, he's just going, no, John Lithgow, he's evil. He's out to get me. Like, oh, you're crazy, Denzel Washington. You're crazy. He's not doing nothing.
That sounds, sounds like a 90s Denzel. Absolutely. Why not? Why not that and a little hit of virtuosity while we're at it?
I do not know what that is.
Another Denzel vehicle that I want to say was in either
95.
it was within a couple years or maybe the same summer as Johnny Mnemonic, and
Oh
created
my god.
and there was
Virtual
some.
reality simulation created using personalities of multiple serial killers manages to escape into the real world!
And I was like, wait, are we talking about this is not Johnny Mnemonic? What's going on here? And it's like, no, it's Virtuosity. And the trailer cut was him pointing the gun at the camera, going, game over. And that was it. And that stuck with me. Yeah. There you go. Reset the clock on that shit. Anyways.
Can we get a John Lithgow vehicle, please?
John,
I forgot about that term.
John was balding and old when we last remembered him in the
early 90s.
Like late 90s even. John must be really fucking, yeah.
I'm sure they can fill him with enough orphan blood to fucking get him onto a stage. That's what they do, you know.
He's 77. Okay,
That's
too
not
bad.
too bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
He just looks a million, but fair enough.
Well, that's what happens when you lose your fucking hair, Wooly.
Yeah.
You just add 10 years right on top.
And then it becomes static, I suppose. You stop moving.
Yeah, kind of. So I got old really, 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 really fast from like 16 to 25. But then I just kind of hang out.
You lock it in.
Not quite 40 for the rest of that time.
Yep. That's one way to do it. That is one way to do it. There is some
It's a bad way, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
It is tech, though. No one can say that it's not tech. I would qualify it as
it's not tech.
I would qualify it as tech. You know,
You're full of shit.
Because as time goes on, people are like, oh wow, like
you look exactly the
you
same.
haven't changed, yeah, and that's a form of tech. You know, absolutely. Like some people, like it's a roller coaster drop off. You know, and this is one way of doing it.
Hey, Mom, if you're listening to this podcast, stop listening. But I had the insanely weird situation during COVID where I had not seen my parents for a while, but then we hung out right before we came out to BC. We just talk on the phone, and I was hanging out with my mom, and back in my head, I'm like, when did you just turn into grandma?
I really hope she stopped listening.
You just turned right into grandma. Looks just like her. It's so weird. It's weird.
Huh. I feel like yeah, no. I had that's if she anyway,
it goes gradual, right? And then you don't see him for a while, and then it just
you'll get a phone call about that if she did choose to continue listening.
Love you, Mom.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember when I visited my mom once, and I saw she just got like a rogue streak in the front out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hey, look at that. You know, and she's like, yeah. You know, and she's like and I'm like, no, it's kind of cool. You know, it's a thing. It's you know, she's like, yeah. And then she's like redone her styles of hair to like find ways to hide it and stuff, you know. But I'm just like, just let it rock, man. Like, it's pretty dope, and I personally can't wait for fucking silver dreads.
I've got
love that shit.
I'm very luckily graying professor style, like streaks in the beard and the temples.
Mm-hmm.
So thank God, at least I got that. I think, I'm trying to think of like appearance changes. I think the most upsetting thing I ever saw in anyone's appearance that ever changed was maybe 5-10 years ago. My dad just said fuck it and shaved his mustache for the first time in his entire life. And I was like, no.
Yeah, you go back to that.
Put it back.
Yeah. You go back to that baby moment where like the baby sees the shave for the first time and dad's face has become something else, and who the fuck are you? And I hate it. I recognize some of it, but I hate it so much.
I still hate it. I still very much hate it. I think it's because his mustache had been going from, you know, red, brown, black to gray to more gray to gray and white to more gray and white. And if he was walking around with his mustache right now, it would be like
all white,
straight white the whole way across, like a Jack Layton thing.
Yeah. Nah, man, let it rock. Like I got the two grays coming in on the beard first and foremost. Like up top,
are they on the sides?
Yeah, the lighting here doesn't show it off as much, but like basically the strands down in front are going down like that. The rest is mostly black. Up top, mostly. Couple every now and then, not much, but like I have quite a few going in right here, and it looks pretty dope. I like it.
I got my haircut recently and only discovered that the bald part up at the top is like stronger on one side.
It's
like
moving.
It's not like a pure stanza. It's like on my left side, I got to keep like a full inch further down than the right side.
Yeah.
No, like, oh come on, that's not fair.
I updated my Twitter profile pic to show them off because I thought they looked cool.
I'm gonna look at that.
You can see the texture change, salt and pepper.
Oh, that's why you updated. Okay, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, because I like my beard. That's looking all fucking old and shit. Looks cool.
Cool.